Hey guys, welcome to Wicked Recovery. It's been a while, but I had promised you that I would try to make a video on this day because today I have been sober for 365 full days plus a bunch of hours. It is August 1st and it is 1 year since my first day of sobriety. That, my friends, is so huge for me because I am the same person who literally couldn't even imagine getting a month. I'd had my 6 months of success a few years prior to this go, but other than that I had never gotten more than 20 something days. Usually around 17 is when I gave up and gave in. So me being able to say I have been sober for a full year it's just something I never thought I would get to say. So I'm so thankful, so grateful, so humble about this. And here's the thing, here's what's so strange is I haven't gone to any meetings, but I also haven't white knuckled it. I haven't this time has been different than the 6 month time. This time I think I was ready. My spirit was ready. I'm burning up. Getting sober is so much more than just not drinking, and anyone who thinks that that's all there is to it is wrong. The reason it didn't take the first time when I got the 6 months is because all I did was not drink. My mind was still an alcoholic. My spirit, in my heart, I still felt like I don't really have a problem. I don't really need to get sober. I don't really want this. And I believe that's what made this time different finally, is I was so sick of it. I was just so tired of it. As Paul Churchill always says on Recovery Elevator, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that is the truth, Lord. I mean, my life just felt like shit across the board. Every single part of my life was worthless, was shit. Even the good things. You don't feel the good things when you are pickled all the time. And that's really how I felt. Just pickled. So I was trying to think about what I wanted to do for this video other than say hi and yay, it's been a year. And I wrote down a little list of some of the things, some of my big takeaways this year, some of my tips for success. And I think all of these I have mentioned in episodes, but never in a concise little manner. And I just jotted down a few things. There are so many more things than just these, but I didn't sit down for hours or even tens of minutes to create a master list. I just jotted down the things that came to me first, and usually those things are the most important. And the very first one I wrote was, during the couple times that I was tempted and starting to think whatever and get a case of the fuckets, I always had that reminder in the back of my head. You got through your mother's death. You got through your mother's funeral without drinking. Why the hell would you throw it away over a bad day at work, or over traffic, or over someone being a dick, or over the political system? Okay? As crappy as the political system is, it's not like losing your mother. Okay? So if I could get through that, then why would I cave to something less important and less meaningful? My second tip, and this will be hard for some people. It's not hard for me at all because I am a hardcore introvert. I like people as long as I don't have to hang out with them. That's not really true. There's a few people in the world I love and love to spend time with. And with them, I'm crazy outgoing. But beyond 2 or 3 people in the world, I don't really want to go out. I really just don't. And so social gatherings, they didn't happen at all this year. The one reason I ever even went in the past is because I was like, ooh, there's tons of booze. And then once I drink, I think I'm hilarious and fun, so woohoo, life of the party. But when you know you're not gonna drink, being around a bunch of people that you don't necessarily like a whole lot, or that you're not really comfortable around, is not appealing. Plus, they're all drinking and it's annoying, so I skip the social gatherings. You know, that might change in the future. I don't know. But for this first year, I thought, why put myself in this situation? And so I didn't. And going along with that, relationships. I broke up with the person I was dating. I was dating him for 6 or 7 months. And as I got sober, I realized I didn't really like him all that much. I liked him fine, but I didn't like him. And I certainly didn't want to be physical with him. So I had to let him go too. Now here's the thing. I'm very thankful that I am someone who, I'm a complete person. I don't need Jerry Maguire to complete me. Yes, down the road, I think I would love a partner of some sort, but I don't need it. And I'm not sad without it. And if it's choosing a person or choosing me and my sobriety, I'm going with my sobriety. Because honestly, I'm not just choosing me, I'm choosing my children, and I'm choosing my life, and I'm choosing my future. I do know when I did go to meetings during my 6-month stint years ago, someone had said, oh, they recommend you don't date for a year. And I remember at that time, I was not ready, and I was just like, what? That's horrible. But now I'm like, whatever. Yeah, it's not the end all be all. A couple more little tips, kind of going along with those. There's no shame. There should not be shame. And even if you did things that were shameful, because I'm sure you did, if you're like most of us, you probably did plenty of things that you're not happy about now. Hi! My little guy's waving at me out the window. But you know what? You just don't feel the shame. Don't allow the shame. Admit to it. So without shame, tell people. You don't have to shout it from the rooftops. You don't have to say, hello, my name is whatever and I'm an alcoholic. If you're not sitting in a meeting, you don't have to confess to everybody. However, I found that if anybody brought up alcohol, which, by the way, if you haven't noticed how it's everywhere, you will notice if you give up alcohol. It is annoying as F. I mean, Facebook on a Friday night, everybody is posting all their drunk pictures and all their booze pictures and all their status. And it's funny because that was me. And I'm not missing it at all. I'm not missing it. It feels icky now. It doesn't feel cute and funny. It feels like you might have a problem. I know everybody doesn't have a problem just because I did. But there's a few people on Facebook that, at least 2 of them, maybe more like 3 or 4, yeah. I suspect they have a problem. And if they're watching and wondering, is it me? Usually they say if you're wondering, then yes. But again, just because I have a problem doesn't mean everybody has a problem. My point is, I have to hide those posts. I have to not watch those videos if I know someone's posting some kind of funny get-together video. I have to not watch them if I know that's what's going to be on it. I mean, I can watch it if I feel like it, but if I'm feeling like, then I'm not going to watch it. And then I've had to bow out of a number of live chats. It's interesting how many people automatically bring up alcohol, like all the time. It really is, it's just freaking everywhere. It's everywhere. It's kind of bad. And if you don't have a problem, then it's not bad for you. But it's actually kind of bad. It mainstreams it in a way, normalizes it in a way that people go down the path a really long way and for a long time before they start understanding that this is not okay. And those are the big tips. Here are my little tips. These were some of my things that got me through it. 2 of them I have right here. Lemonade. Now this one's okay. This one's Target. They have it at Walmart. They probably have it a lot of places. Lemon sparkling lemonade. But I was buying lots of fun flavored lemonades. That some of them that come in a bottle that you pop the top off or whatever. And I wouldn't drink them every day, but I would definitely drink them on those Friday afternoons after work, or on those beautiful Saturdays when you want to sit outside. And the ones that come in a bottle, it feels kind of like a treat. Sit out in the yard with your ice cold lemonade, and it's good. And if you don't drink it all the time, it makes it special. So lemonade, oh yeah, my number one. Plus you can get it in most restaurants when you go out and people are getting drinks or whatever. Usually they have fresh lemonade, or you can get fancy with limeade or raspberry lemonade or something. It's my go-to. I love it. Hot tea, gallons of tea, especially throughout the winter and all of the holiday months. Spicy teas, hot teas with tons of like organic fresh honey in it. I let myself indulge. Now luckily I didn't go so far as to replace all of my drinks with something super sugary, because I know some people gain a lot of weight. But again, if the alternative is to drink, then you know, that's one way to handle it. The only problem is I don't want to create another problem and then be like, now I'm hooked on sugar, you know. And then my other thing, oh my god, I love this crap. Tried it, bubble gum. This is my favorite flavor, my favorite brand. Chew the F out of this stuff. Sometimes coming home from work, I go through 8 pieces. Stress chew, blow some big old bubbles, pop that gum, be obnoxious. It brought me joy, and it got me home. Where in the old days, I stopped by somewhere and I had beverages in my car. So I'm thankful that I don't do that anymore either. I think I shared everything that was on my list. Other than sleep, just go to bed early, get a ton of sleep. When it's late, when the kids are in bed and you don't know what to do with yourself and you used to drink, just go to bed. If you have to, take a Benadryl. I've been known to do a Benadryl or some melatonin or something, so I don't argue with myself and I don't stay up. And I make my ass so sleepy. I just can't keep my eyes open anymore. And go to sleep. And I've got a Fitbit that tracks the sleep. So it's nice to go back and say, look, I got like about 7 hours. When I was drinking, I got 4 and 5 hours every night. So I was hungover, I was tired, I felt like homemade crap. So it is wonderful to not feel like that anymore. So I'll end this now. I haven't gotten the tattoo yet that I hope to go get. I haven't had a free time to get away and not take my kid. I don't want to take my 8-year-old with me because that just seems like a traumatic thing to do to a child. But as soon as I get that, I will come back and share that with you. I got a suggestion from an awesome viewer out there to maybe see if I can record that process, or at least some of it, kind of do a vloggy style thing, and I might do that if I'm allowed to. I don't know that the tattoo people let you do that, especially since I'm going to be getting it on my hand and I'm going to be doing this the whole time. I don't know if that would work, but if I can, I will. Thank you as always for being here and watching and supporting, and just all your sweet, wonderful words of encouragement. I do not take any of you for granted. I am so grateful for you, and I'm so thankful for every day. And that's just year one. Got a lifetime to go, but this was a pretty big step. Thanks again. Peace. Keep fighting.